Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name remains Comfort Dayo. Thank you guys for subscribing to this channel. If you're a new subscriber, thank you for stopping by, and if you are an old subscriber, thank you for coming back. I'll be sharing with you some scholarship opportunities for the University of Luxembourg for MSc precisely, and I think some are actually available for bachelors, and how to also search for PhD funding opportunities. Before then, don't forget to make use of the different content available on this channel, share to other people. There are different videos on study opportunities. We have study opportunities in the US, Luxembourg, and Poland, and Italy, and there's a most recent video on the scholarship opportunity available to study in Australia. So let's get right into it. Welcome back once again, and without wasting time, we'll be talking about the funding opportunities for Masters and PhD available in the University of Luxembourg. So you want to first search by going to your browser and then type in scholarships at the University of Luxembourg. So the first thing you see here is this link, which you just click on. Then afterwards, you get to see here that there are faculty-specific scholarships at the University of Luxembourg, and there are some external scholarships. But let's first talk about the scholarships available at the University of Luxembourg precisely. So there's this first scholarship, which I'm just going to call the GD International Master Scholarship. So now I think this is like the main scholarship that you might want to check. So it's the Luxembourg Ministry of Foreign and European Affairs and the Ministry of Research and Higher Education. They are funding a talent support program. The blah, 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 blah aims to attract high-achieving international students who wish to follow a master's program at University of Luxembourg. So this is specifically for masters, just master's degree, a master's program. And what program of study is eligible? All fields of study are eligible for this, and you have to be studying for 2 years, and they have a maximum of 30 students per year, which they will be accepting. That is 10 students from each faculty that they will be bringing into this program. So how do you know if you're eligible for this scholarship? First of all, you have to be an international student applying from the EU or from non-EU countries to a master's degree. In addition, only master's programs that run their 2-year program in Luxembourg are eligible. So if you are coming as an exchange student, you cannot be qualified, you cannot be deemed eligible for this scholarship, and you should have an excellent academic performance in your undergraduate studies, and you must be a full-time student, and you shouldn't be beneficiaries of Luxembourg State Financial Aid for Higher Education. So now, what does this scholarship cover? It covers your stipends, which is going to be paid per year for up to 2 years, and that amounts to 10,000 euros. In addition to this, one part of the scholarship covers student housing, and the remaining part is an amount paid in installments at the beginning of each semester for a maximum of 2 years. And the scholarship can be withheld in case you do not perform well as a result of your academics, or if you withdraw from the master's program, or if you have like certain issues. But I would want to believe that anyone who gets considered for this scholarship from the onset shouldn't have any problem. You knew the effort you must have put in to have been able to be considered for the scholarship. And you should also know that tuition fees are not included in the scholarship. But if you were planning to be a self-funded student, I believe 10,000 euros is going to do a lot, really, in offsetting the expenses that you would be incurring in this program. So the scholarship cannot be cumulated with any other type of grant financed by the Luxembourg government or a similar scholarship funded by a private sponsor. In addition, part of the scholarship is used to finance your accommodation in a university residence for the duration of your master's program, which is a maximum of 600 €50 per month for a maximum of 2 years, and it doesn't cover your insurance. And before we get into how to apply, or if there is even any special application method or what you should consider in terms of being awarded for the scholarship, deadline to be considered for this scholarship is the 29th of March. So that's roughly a month from now. So now, what are you supposed to do? How can you apply? What is the application procedure like for this master's scholarship? The first thing is you have to apply for a master's program. So if you are here to apply, you should be putting your application documents together. No rush, right? Because you have to put in a very strong application. First, we invite you to consult the admission requirements specified on the webpage of the master program you are interested in to ensure that your application will be complete. Then afterwards, you have to submit your application material through the portal. Then your application will be evaluated. This is where you'll be considered. So if the Director of Studies considers that your application meets the required excellence criteria, you will receive a notification inviting you to apply for the Excellence Scholarship separately. The link to submit your scholarship application will be included in the notification. So this means that to be considered for this scholarship lies on how well you put in a good application for your admission. So don't just rush the admission and think that I just want to apply. So if you are considering receiving funding and if you are really interested in this scholarship, you have to put in a good application, right? For your online application for the scholarship, you will need to complete the online form dedicated to the scholarship. You have to attach a personal statement on your motivations. Why do you want to apply? There are so many materials online, content on YouTube to teach you how you can write a good personal statement. And you need to also include 2 academic recommendation letters. Once you have submitted your scholarship application, it will be evaluated. So you are encouraged to follow these steps carefully to ensure that your application is managed efficiently. So what are the key things that they're looking out for in those who will be applying? They're looking at the quality of your academic performance. You need to have good grades. And they're also checking the originality of the personal statement and strength of your candidacy. So what are like the selection procedure? Applicants for the scholarship will go through an internal evaluation procedure, and by mid of May this year, you should have been able to receive a response. Everyone will receive a final response, whether you've been awarded the scholarship or whether you have not been awarded the scholarship. So that's like main scholarship that you have to consider for masters. So it means the goal now is to prepare your admission documents and admission portfolio very well. Now there's the listener scholarship, which is only for those in the European Union. So I believe international students are not really eligible for this. So you can just go through this yourself. And also there is the Portabella scholarship. There are really not much details concerning this one, and it is just for students, masters or bachelor, who are in social or financial difficulties. So since there is no really instruction on how to go about this, there is a contact which I believe you can send an email to this particular person or whoever is in charge of managing this scholarship to find out, oh, how can I apply for the scholarship and how can I be considered? So all fields of study are eligible, and number of students are just 4, and the procedure maximum of 4 students per year, and you have to apply by the 30th of November for the current year. Although there's time, but I would advise you go ahead and find out now. So now these are other scholarships that are faculty specific, just for the Faculty of Law, Economics and Finance. So if you are applying for admission to any of this program, you know, there are lots of scholarships that you might just be considered for. So I'm not going to be clicking on all of this scholarship. You have to just go through each of them, maybe go to the personal page and see what each of the scholarship entails. Like, for example, this is €5,000 per student. So if you are interested in this, you have to go through that yourself. And there are some external scholarships that they are not offered by University of Luxembourg and they are not faculty specific. So like the DAD scholarship, the DAAD scholarship, which is a popular one. So you can check all of this and see if the applications are still open for you to apply and see how you'll be able to source funding for your study. Now to the PhD application. So there are some PhD opportunities that are fully funded here at University of Luxembourg, but they are available under the recruitment portal, the recruitment web page. So you just have to type job portal at the University of Luxembourg. So when you click on that, this is it. There are different jobs that are actually available. Yeah, so for you to be able to check for PhD now, you go to this, let me just even scroll down, you see the different jobs that are available. They are fixed term contract, they are permanent contract. So the PhD application usually falls under the fixed term contract, right? So now, how do you check? You just come to this place. So since you're a PhD candidate, you click on PhD candidates. You can streamline this to what faculty you're interested in. Let's say it's Faculty of Science and Technology and Medicine. You click on that and click on search. These are the PhD openings that are available in the Faculty of Science, and Technology. So for example, let's say we are looking for a PhD. There is an opening for PhD students position in computational systems biology. You just have to, scroll through and see which one you're interested in or which one fits into your discipline. So now let's just click on the PhD student position in computational system biology and see what it entails. Now, it's quite a long read. Yeah, this is just like an introduction of crew and all of that. So what will be your role as a PhD student in this field? You have like your project objective. So there's already a set down project. You'll be dealing with things relating to modeling of cancer tissue and imaging data towards detailed metabolic network modeling and all of that. And what they expect from you, you are required to have an MS in systems biology or computational biology, bioinformatics, or an equivalent program. Then your skills, you should have a strong background in computational and molecular biology. In short, what does position, what does it entail? It's a contract type, which is a fixed term contract of 36 months. And if there is a need for it can be extended by 1 more year to make up 4 years. And you have to work 40 hours per week. What is your gross salary? Going to be 37,022 euros. So you're going to be an employee and you have like student status. How do you apply for this? You should submit a curriculum vitae and a cover letter. Early application is highly encouraged as applications will be processed upon reception. Please apply online formally through the HR system. So now you can see that there's a link here which shows apply for the job. So you just have to click that if you're interested in applying. So now there is no exact statement that talks about like deadline for application. So it just says that applications will be processed upon reception. So now let's just look for another scholarship, another PhD funding opportunity and see what it entails. So let's assume you want to apply for the doctoral researcher PhD in labor economics. You click on it. I'm sure it's going to have similar details as the first one. It shows your role, what you are required, what is expected of you, the qualifications. You read through this, and the yearly gross salary, which is a bit more than the previous PhD we saw, is about 40 euros, and it's a full-time position where you work 40 hours per week, similar to the previous PhD position. It's also 36 months, and it can be extended, if there is the need for it. And yeah, it talks about how to apply the same process. You also have to include your transcript and all of that. So it said to ensure full considerations, candidates should apply by 30th of April. So now this actually has like a deadline. So you have to apply by 30th of April 2024 to be considered. Applications by email will not be considered. So you have to apply through the portal using, this link. So that's all for the funding opportunities for masters and PhD at the University of Luxembourg. Like I said again, thank you for watching this video to the very end. If you're yet to subscribe, kindly do that and explore the page for different videos that could match, your goals and your interests. To help streamline your search, you can just come to the playlist where you have like studying in Australia, studying in US, studying in Europe, studying in Italy, studying in Poland, you know, and studying the Luxembourg series. There are other videos I've done on the Luxembourg, on studying in University of Luxembourg. So you can check that out. You should also check my podcast. I'm sure you'll be blessed. Just explore the page. And thank you once again. Until we meet, do stay comforted. Ciao.